Hello and welcome to another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. Today we will be looking at the top 10 space rocket launch explosions. Strap in as the countdown is about to begin.
Holy sh! Oh my god!
Number 10. On the 2nd of March 1965, during the 5th flight of the Atlas Centaur rocket, disaster struck when a fuel valve snapped shut a second after liftoff, causing the booster to fall back onto the launch pad, resulting in the biggest pad explosion ever seen at Cape Canaveral. Fortunately, no one was killed.
For the astronaut, that his capsule is now mounted on top of this Atlas. The escape rocket takes the capsule away from the booster.
Number 9. On August 14th, 1959, the first attempt to launch a Titan I rocket with a live second stage ended in catastrophe when the missile was released from the launch tower before it built up enough thrust. The pad umbilical sent a signal to shut down the engines and the Titan fell back onto the launch pad and exploded.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff. Liftoff of Delta 178 and the GOES-G satellite.
Number 8. On the 3rd of May 1986, the launch of the Delta D-178 rocket carrying a GOES-G weather satellite ended in disaster after the first stage main engine shut down due to an electrical fault 71 seconds into the flight. The rocket was intentionally destroyed by means of range safety.
We have a main engine shutdown. We show it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, nage. Décollage.
Number 7. The 4th of June 1996 marks the catastrophic test flight of the Ariane 5 rocket. 37 seconds after launch, the rocket self-destructed due to a malfunction in the control software, resulting in a spectacular explosion.
Tous les paramètres propulsifs sont normaux et la trajectoire est normale.
Three, two, one. Ignition sequence start and liftoff of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, adding to the International Space Station access for future American rockets. And Falcon has cleared the tower.
Number 6. On June the 28th, 2015, SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket, CRS-7, was launched, bound on a month-long mission to send supplies to the International Space Station. 139 seconds into launch, a cloud of white vapor appeared. This was followed by a complete disintegration of the vehicle several seconds later.
And coming back shows vehicle on course, on track.
The cause was attributed to a strut failing, leading to helium flooding the oxygen tank, meaning it overpressurized and burst. Number 5. December the 6th, 1957 marked the United States' first attempt at launching a satellite into orbit on a Vanguard TV-3 rocket. 2 seconds after liftoff, after rising just over a meter, the rocket lost thrust and fell back to Earth. The fuel tanks ruptured and exploded, destroying the rocket and severely damaging the launch pad.
The first and most spectacular of these was Vanguard at the end of 1957. There were other Vanguard failures. All achieved takeoff, but trouble occurred either in the second or third stages. Explorers 2 and 5, Beacon, and Pioneer 2 were also considered unsuccessful experiments.
Number 4. On the 28th of October 2014, an Antares rocket was carrying a cargo spacecraft on the Orb 3 resupply mission.
Holy sh! Oh my god! Steve! Yeah, Alex. Come on. No, we can't bring anything.
6 seconds after launch, however, the first stage of the rocket failed catastrophically. The flight termination system was activated before the rocket hit the ground again, resulting in a spectacular explosion that destroyed the vehicle and its cargo. In July 2013, a Proton MDM-03 rocket carrying 3 satellites failed shortly after launch. Attempts by computers on board to recover the trajectory failed and ended with the rocket pitching over unrecoverably and crashing back on Earth just 30 seconds after launch.
Everyone okay?
Number 2. The 14th of April 2015 marked SpaceX's second attempt to land a rocket on a barge at sea. After successfully touching down on the ship, the CRS-6 rocket toppled over due to excessive remaining lateral momentum. Number 1. On the 14th of February 1996, the Long March 3 rocket was launched from the same site as its predecessor, the Long March 2, which resulted in 6 deaths when the launch failed a year earlier. Immediately after liftoff, the Long March 3 tilted to the side and crashed. Though the launch was covered up, it is estimated that as many as 500 civilians were killed.
The rocket came crashing to Earth just seconds after launch. Initial reports of the failure's impact were murky, as foreign observers were kept sequestered in a bunkhouse for 5 hours before being released. This footage was taken secretly from a bus as visitors were whisked away from the disaster site.
You see the soldiers standing there, but they had to then go out and do cleanup in a massive rural area.
As the reports trickled out, the world soon became aware of an unprecedented human catastrophe. Observers estimate as many as 500 innocent people were killed in the accident.
That certainly makes it the worst space launch accident in terms of loss of life.
The Chinese government blamed the rocket's failure on an unexpected gust of wind.
Thank you for watching another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. Feel free to like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, see you in the next video.